Welcome to another episode of Heimdall's Watch, brought to you by a debilitating fear of the outside world.
No?
Nah, this is good. We can go now.
No, I need to fuck up Odin. It's happening.
That is true. Ross
the
v.
title
Odin,
fight.
1-on-1 single combat.
It's the best
Leland v Odin.
around.
Nothing gonna ever keep down.
Except for Odin, who'll probably slam you down.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be bad for Leland. This is actually a really bad idea. Yeah, maybe we should just not do this today.
Fight.
Roland, new character.
I was because I just made a new character and now I'm playing that. I've been working on another new character. my new it's that Dragonborn draconic bloodline sorcerer who just has fire spells. It was really easy to come up with a spell list. I just looked down the spell list and put everyone that had fire in the name.
That seems fine.
And that was all the spells done.
Jobs are good.
That's all you need.
Oh, I forgot my screen was purple now. How exciting.
I just thought that would be an interesting... A sorcerer who's got, like... They have buffs to, like, elemental stuff and just, like, all the fire spells.
He went to a fire sale and bought fire.
He's a red dragon, and he just does fire spells. If
Right.
anybody asks him...
I'm looking at the DM with disgust for that terrible, terrible pun.
What?
You know what you've done.
It was a fire sale. It was in the name. I'm leaning in on this one.
Yes, and
Where-
history will
where-
judge you harshly.
Where else do you get fire spells from?
He's got it. And my bad joke gave me the 5 seconds of silence that I need. Thank you.
I suppose it works.
You outplayed us.
We lost the game.
Oh, God damn it.
It's okay, now we just give him 3 hours of silence.
Do you really think we could do 3 hours of silence?
Well, not anymore.
Out of petty spite, yes.
Actually, yeah. That's a key factor in my life.
Okay. Where we left off.
Well, last we saw our heroes.
Last we saw
Everything was in trouble.
Hana and...
Leland. My
Leland.
character's name is Leland.
Is it? Since when?
Hold on.
You there, boy.
Yeah.
You're there, man, servant.
To my loyal
What
butler,
day is it today?
To my loyal
today's
butler,
Christmas
you
Eve.
there.
No, it says Leland on my character sheet.
Leland? Oh, good. Good.
Good.
They Leland investigated the breakout.
Yeah.
Got some information on what had left and what was left.
Mm-hmm.
And Hannah did nothing wrong.
No,
You weren't even there. You
Actually,
weren't even in
for the
the...
first
Exactly.
time in her life, she legitimately did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
she Hana did
Nothing.
did just a little test run of shape-shifting, and then successfully did that. Came back and was in trouble for something.
No.
Who knows?
I was racially profiled, which I find to be abhorrent.
And then convinced Hrotha that they needed to go and, that Hana needed to go along with Leland to go recover the bits and pieces.
I had to go and retrieve an item and maybe obtain another fake item.
And I think where we left you guys, Leland had put the Eye of Mimir in his codpiece.
In his codpiece, yeah.
In his codpiece.
Yeah.
Gross.
Well,
But safe. Secure.
I would say no one's ever going to find it there, but we all know that's not true. Because
One time. It happened one time.
look, one time on mic, look, it could have happened many times. You don't
It
know
didn't.
that. Narrator's voice. It didn't.
Meanwhile, Poppet recovered
Sigrun?
Sigrun and basically hoofed it out of the city to the monastery where he was. Yeah.
Also
Raised as a
rejoined
monk.
by his perfectly normal cat.
Yep.
Yes, totally perfectly normal cat. No one should be suspicious.
It's your cat.
It's a cat. How can you
White, fluffy cat.
how can you mistrust poor Snore?
Easily.
Yeah, fair.
What is it with both groups just fixate on one innocent character and just hate it.
Actually, speaking of cats, I was told today that cats make a really great cray bait.
Yeah, I've been told that before as well.
I was like, why do you know this? They just looked at me and walked away and went, you know what? I don't need to know.
I don't like
No,
this.
it's not.
don't
It's
want
not a
to
good
know.
story.
No, it's not. It's like, nah. That
The
going
more
down that
you
pathway
know.
is dark and scary.
Yeah, the ding 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 ding.
The more I wish I didn't know.
But yeah, Poppet makes it to his
Monastery.
mountainside monastery. Is taken inside. Sigrun is taken off to one side, and
After being very reluctant.
hmm And
Which I
Poppet
think
is led
we've
to the
realised
sort of
why.
the main chambers and greeted by the head of the monastery
See.
and
A mysterious stranger.
yes, a mysterious bearded stranger.
Who is definitely not Odin.
Definitely not Odin.
Did he have an eye patch?
He had an eye patch. I think I said eye patch.
He's a
Yeah.
pirate.
Yes,
Yar.
had an eye
Pirate.
patch, long beard, staff.
Could be anybody.
It's basically
Grey
a
beard, pointed
pirate.
hat.
basically just Gandalf. Yeah, there's some strong Gandalf in here.
Pirate Gandalf.
Pirate Gandalf.
Hell yeah.
It's a combination of a pirate and an angel.
Oh, Gandalf.
You haven't seen Infinity War yet, have you?
No,
All right, well, you got to see Infinity War.
What?
I still haven't seen Thor.
You got them all on stand.
I know.
Stop breaking my balls.
I went and really watched Ant-Man the other day.
Watch Thor and then watch Infinity War. They're both quality movies, and you'll enjoy them. And I'm done with this.
Took up a ball
I-
and going home.
Actually, I watched Infinity War the other night, like to get ready for Endgame.
That's a couple of weeks away. A month away.
Next week?
It's like 2 weeks, yeah.
Oh, just doing the big Easter break, isn't it?
I think it's 20. It might be Anzac Day. I don't know. I think it's 20 something. Yeah, probably Anzac Day.
It's the week where everyone in Australia is taking
It
3 days
is,
of
it
leave
is.
to have like a week and a half off for no reason.
It is. It comes out on Anzac Day
Yeah.
because I would normally go after work, and the day it premieres, I'm not at work. So.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
So, who are we picking up with? Which plot line?
I think we'll pick up on Poppets first off.
Damn it.
Exciting.
The master abbot of the monastery sort of bows deeply and sort of gives you guys the room, which I think he did anyway.
Yes.
And the gentleman at the top is like,
Awkward.
Perrin?
Yes.
Perrin.
Perrin.
Perrin. I believe you and your comrades have something of mine.
Do I know who this is? Would I?
Okay, you, James, have your suspicions.
Outside of the game. I mean, inside of the game.
Inside of the game, roll religion.
Yes, that's an.
Actually, just
that
roll
an intelligence
roll
stat?
wisdom. Actually, on this one.
Oh, thank God. That's a 20.
Okay,
17 plus 3. Not a natural 20.
this guy,
It's a pirate.
it's a pirate, does bear a striking resemblance
To any statues we recently saw in a temple
Oh
somewhere?
yeah. This one is a little bit more in the actual like regular human scale, not so the sort of stylized statuary.
Depictions of
The
some very
yeah, but-
generous sculpts.
it looks like the depictions of Odin.
Awesome.
It's an Odin
Poppet,
impersonator.
if Poppet suspects this, he's probably just going to go down to one knee and bow his head. In silence.
He sort of pauses for a minute. Like, my boy, there's no need for that, and I hardly think that this is the time either.
True.
Please, and he sort of
Gets back up.
gestures for you to get up. It's like, and gestures you over to like a table over the side of the room, and says like, "Go, take a seat."
Okay.
And he like steps down the steps of the raised area there was at, and sort of basically just pulls a chair up opposite of the table and sits down, places their staff sort of like just resting up against the table next to him, and
Ooh.
it's like,
Yes.
so I guess I've probably got some explaining to do.
That would help. That would help.
I've been keeping an eye on you guys for a while, so to speak.
Thank you.
Hasn't been very long in Leland's case.
And, well, I've been letting you do your thing for a while. And, well, Hrother is not really quite aware of exactly the degree of freedom you've been awarded in your guys' conduct. You yourself have been pretty outstanding. The other two would say dubious at best for watchmen or watch officers of.
I'm shocked that I'm not even there.
I would say
From-
blatantly corrupt.
Following yesterday, that would be pretty apparent.
I did nothing wrong.
There were
that,
some choices.
Why?
I do not know. I don't know how Sigrun was convinced of that. I attempted to.
The Sigrun part is probably the least of my worries at this point. The fact that she was there along with you two in the first place with the intention of larceny?
Well, I didn't. I don't think either of us knew that was the intention going in there.
I could see that.
There was a quest.
He's been somewhat committed to acquiring items of perceived power.
He's gotten some from Brant.
For shame.
I'm not reacting to this. I'm not even there.
But if he's after one of Mimir's eyes, I'm obviously in possession of the other, and he sort of reaches up and sort of like pulls the leather that holds
Mhm.
and like lifts the eye patch up, and inside his eye socket is
I know what
This-
you need to do to scry now.
this blue sapphire basically embedded in the eye socket. There's some sort of, like scarring either side basically where there's been cuts
Shoved
and
in
everything
there.
around, but yeah. And then he sort of just puts the eye patch
Does
back
that
down.
hurt?
It hurt putting in, but you get used to it.
Do you need healing?
I think you can probably save your efforts on that one. I think I'll be okay.
Okay.
But this eye has done exactly what I intended when I first took it. It's
Mhm.
given me the capacity of foresight. It's given me the ability to see areas that are not in normal.
I think that was Leyland's intent.
I assume so. And
His
I
aim.
kind of guessed as much when he came and saw me and asked about these things.
I mean, when you think of it, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
I'm not there. I'm not reacting to anything.
Do you want me to get you tea?
Okay.
I remember where the kitchens are. I'm going to scurry up and make some tea.
Somewhere in heaven, a prisoner got that offered tea is smiling.
Interlude. I return with tea.
And he's just sort of sitting there, just like
I'm sure there's
sort of
nothing else to be
tapping
doing.
a couple of fingers on the wooden table, and just sort of and sees you coming in. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
Takes a tea, takes a sip, and just sort of looks sort of ponderously into the cup, and is like, he looks back over, and is like, you guys, well, I think you're in a situation that's probably bigger than you expect.
That's yeah. That's happened before.
Probably not like this.
Bobbit nods. Just this is totally. Puppet's a very intelligent person. This is.
I mean, as far as Puppet's concerned, we just solved everything.
Yeah, you shove the eye in your eye and then you can scry.
No, but like we finished off all the stuff with Craven and everything. We're like on downtime right now.
Well, there's something bigger. But we're having a conversation. Shut up.
This
Interrogating Odin.
this whole situation with your quarry with the knife.
Craven.
That's the one.
Do you know why Sigrun is so unfulfilled? She's been different.
This one is a tricky one. It's kind of outside of my normal capacity, and is not. He's outside of the storyline. He is outside of this. The circular nature of time.
Is that why I saw him in the shop? He looked young.
Which shop? The
What's her name?
Skelsa.
Skelsa's. Skelsa. It was like this colorful tent. There was lots of items. I got a book there. I pull out my book.
This is one of the places where you guys sort of jump planes when you're in the markets. Yes?
We go into a tent.
That would be the one. Okay. Wherever that is, that's outside of my capacity to see. So I don't know who was in there. You're not there. Stop giving me that face.
She has lots of stuff. You might like it.
And
I don't have a business card. Leland does.
this Craven, you guys did set him back in the caves in the cliffs.
And Sigrun broke the knife.
Yep.
And there was a black thing that went out of it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Oh.
He's not finished.
That would explain
He's
Sigrun.
got something holding him to this world, and he has plans to bring forth events that aren't due to happen yet.
Outside of time.
Yes.
Poet taps his nose like he knows things.
Does he know things?
But he thinks he does.
Okay. I can see you're putting on a brave face here. You're aware of the stories of Ragnarok, correct?
Yes.
That is going to happen.
Is that what he's bringing forward?
Well, that's always fated to happen. That is
Yes.
an event that's going. I know it's going to happen. I cannot stop it. I'm a player in that
It is the
that
fate.
show. He is trying to bring it forth early. For what reason, I do not know.
That would be bad. Can I help you?
You guys your paths are already sort of intertwined with his. He's got his eye on you, and you are trailing him. It seems prudent for me to make sure I've got assistance in trying to stop him.
What do you need?
I need you guys to continue what you're doing.
Okay.
We're on a mission from God.
How long have you been sitting on that one? A little bit now?
It's about 20 seconds.
I will continue to do what I've been doing to make sure that your actions are sort of shielded from common knowledge. But you report directly to me.
Yes.
I assume
As,
you know where
as
to...
well as
Sorry?
Hrotha? Instead of Hrotha?
Hrotha
as
will
well
still
as-
be...
Oh, Heimdall?
It-
Heimdall. Sorry.
Heimdall will be okay with this.
Okay.
You don't worry about that.
Oh, good.
I'll make sure that he is as aware of situations as he needs to be.
Thank you, Puppet Pass.
So with what? You are just... First of all, though, I kind of need to know why you guys decided to try and steal the eye.
I don't know. I thought we were just asking
Do you
about
know where it
scrying.
is now?
Leland had it. He left us at the church. I followed Sigrun.
And he sort of just sits back for a moment, is like, and puts his sort of
I should go
hands-
back to the city, shouldn't
Oh
I?
no.
puts his hands behind his head and is just like, I'm just gonna check on my property.
Okay.
And he's just, you see him sort of like close his good eye. You see this sort of faint blue
I know
glow
how you make the eye work now.
from behind the eye patch,
And a single tear.
and it's like, where is this? This is really dark. Wait, I'll just. Oh God! And his eye opens back up again. It's like, well, I can see things, and I've seen things. You should probably get back. It's
I should go back. Okay.
Sorry, I'm imagining just then like a smash cut to like Leland like adjusting his codpiece. All right, let's go.
It's like a bright boy flash going. Ow! Oh, my sperm! Oh, didn't hurt the second time.
suddenly get warmer. There we go. 2 Futurama quotes in quick succession. Copyright breach.
Oh no.
Yeah, you should probably get back to town.
Do you know
Hook up-
how to restore Sigrun?
What have you... Her goal is not yet complete, and I think
No.
you guys have kind of worked that much out. What's going on with her at the moment, I have no clue. There
Okay.
is
She was very
something-
reluctant to come inside.
something plaguing her.
Other than the...
This is not purely the emotions of someone that's upset.
Could it be Craven? She was
Potentially.
the one to break the glass and all the
Potentially,
smoke
that
came out.
could be something that's going on. I am sadly unaware of what is plaguing her. If you want, I could look at her.
I would appreciate that, and I can head back to the city.
You're going to leave her with me?
Yes.
Fantastic. I'll see you back in town then.
Thank you.
And
Now I
He's
need
a-
to find a horse. Someone's got my magic carpet.
you can just teleport back.
I don't know how to teleport.
All 3 of you do.
Oh, the thingy. Oh, the ley line thingy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He did a whole day's travel thing where he could have just fucking like.
We had to
was
find the
making
way.
an
Had to find the
escape.
waypoint first. To be fair.
I was
been
making
there
a
before.
great escape.
It was good. I liked it.
I had a whole plan.
Nah, the quick travel aspect of things probably works on this one. Yeah, you
Reach out to try and find the ley lines.
well, the Odin sort of leads you out of
oh, okay.
the hall and then sort of
Gives me a little push. Smack on the butt for good luck.
more of a
You have to lean down pretty far.
more like a pat on the shoulder,
Oh.
and then sort of like walks off to the side chamber where Sigrun was taken, just sort of like slowly going along, like tapping along with his with his
Milking.
walking stick. And shuts the door behind him and leaves you in the
Yes.
the main foyer area of the monastery.
Can I sense a ley line?
Sure can.
Then I'm going to guess right.
And yeah,
On foot.
on foot.
5 days later.
All right, Team Sapphire.
So
You need to shove it in your eye.
he's got a spell for this. He doesn't need to shove it. He doesn't need to take out either his shitty human eye or his very pretty elf eye.
I can help if you need to.
I'm good.
You sure?
I'm good.
I've got a sword for this.
I imagine Leland isn't wasting any time sort of seeking out his dodgy, disreputable magic item counterfeiters.
Actually, before we go,
What?
Hannah just wants to clarify. I'll just clarify a few things. Just
We
Just-
gotta.
just-
I gotta.
Someone's
just-
finally asking what this is.
I just want to. I've watched whatever this is occur, so just so I understand, going forward, both
Shoot.
both superior drow eyes wide open.
I
plan
can't imagine
to-
what's unclear about this.
So you've got a powerful divine artifact that you're going to get a cheap replica made, pass it off as the real thing so you can use the actual divine powerful artifact and hope that nobody will notice that you've taken it and replaced it and everything will work out okay. That's your basic plan?
I mean, there's some subtleties in there that I think you're brushing over, but that's approximately it.
Look, just so I know going forward what we need to do.
I imagine Sigrun's probably going to be like pretty mad about the whole leaving with the eye and not wanting to give the eye back thing. So I'm just like,
As you're doing this and saying this, I'm just got my backpack open up, going, okay, I've got like 50 bolts, swords polished, murder swords ready. Okay, I'm ready.
so do we know? Would like how would we go about finding like? I imagine like Leland's maybe got some old acquaintances in the counterfeiting business,
Yeah, you would.
or like
Your backstory covers that.
yeah, or like hitting up some of Hana's criminal contacts.
Sure.
But just whatever works. I'm like going into like an old club or something that Leland used to hang out at, talk to some of his associates.
Okay, so yeah, you through a little bit of tracking down, end up in essentially the cantina.
Oh, this is my jam.
So you end up in this sort of seedy bar. There's sort of poorly lit tables around the place because this seems to be the place where everyone comes to do dodgy business.
Hey, Hannah. Hey, Bob. Hey, Jane. Hey,
Bob's dead. No, Bob's alive.
hey, it's love.
It was the nice one that
This
died.
is Bob too.
This is the Bob you like.
Yeah.
You make your way across to one guy you recognise from your past. He's looking a little bit more ragged than you remember. Looks like a couple of deals didn't go quite as well. He's got a fairly broken nose. It's does almost a 45-degree turn at the end now at this point.
Do I know his name?
Sure.
What's his name?
Why don't you tell me?
Okay.
There we go.
Bob.
Don't do Bob.
Bobette.
Philip.
Okay, sorry. What species is he?
Half elf as well.
Half elf as well. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, do you guys just breed or something?
That's how the two things made two halves made a whole.
Half a human and half an elf.
It's just
It's not a surgical process. It is
I don't know how mayflies do things. I don't care.
somewhat similar.
It's probably the wrong way though.
Less spiders. Leland walks up to him and he's like, my man, Knack, is that a new nose? It looks like a new nose. I like it. It works with the whole sort of arrangement you got going on.
It's mostly arranged to the left now.
Yeah, no, I think the left
I'm doing that
works.
same fucking voice again. My dodgy voice is apparently English. What's going on? That's a read.
What's the good word, governor?
Oh, governor!
That's Australian.
Haven't seen your face around here for a while.
Well, you know, I've got to spread something this pretty around. I can't spoil you guys with my generous presence too much.
Is it working out well?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been real good. This is my associate Hana. She murders people.
It's true.
But that's that. I look. Sorry, that came off like a threat. That wasn't meant to be like an intimidating threat. We're old friends. I don't like. I know you wouldn't double cross me at all.
My
Ever.
associate, and you look across to this. If you didn't know any better, you'd say probably half giant. Just sort of standing behind him, kind of just looming like a henge.
You're buying muscle in bulk now.
It's cheaper that way.
It's a good strategy. Yeah, I like it. All right. Well, that's we've done the dance. We've done the cards on the table intimidation thing. We're old friends. You know, it's all good. Yeah, I'm here to buy some.
Why else would you be here?
Yeah, no, I know. Why else? Because this place is a shithole.
On with it then.
Sapphire. Need a sapphire. You're the guy for sapphires.
You want an actual sapphire?
Like something that just looks a whole lot like if you got one of them like baubles of glass that looks more sapphire than sapphire, that'd be perfect. You know the magic-y glittery ones. You know those ones.
You're doing the old switch.
Yeah, the old switch.
Oh, that's cute.
What?
What you call it? The old switch. Oh, this is a character. Oh, that's cute.
What sort of size you looking at? You got something? Got an example? You got some drawings? You got something staked out?
I'll minor illusion the sapphire about the right size, sort of something like this.
And you just sort of produce the illusion up in front, and he pulls out this this like string with like little knots, in even increments along. And he's like, right, and it sort of like closes one eye, the tongue sort of sticking out a little bit. There's like measuring out the distances. This is the right size. You're not making it look bigger, not compensating, like not making.
It's a very generous minor illusion.
Look. I'm not trying to impress your mum here. This is an old switch. You know.
At this point, my mum knows not to take jewels from me or any of my friends. Been burnt too many times on that one.
You mayflies are weird.
Why is that, friend?
If only you could hear yourselves.
She always like this?
Yeah.
It's true, I am.
Like hostile. Yeah. That's you've met Drowse. Am I right? Drowse.
And he's just like, what ways you in? It's like sort of leaning in, like he wants to sort of whisper to you. It's like, she what's her story?
Oh no! Don't do that. That's not a good idea. Woo-hoo. Look, I'll introduce it to somebody. Like it's not that. Jeez, not this one. Not this one.
I can hear you, by the way. This is the whole superior drow hearing thing.
I'm doing you a favor too. Jesus, you see this guy? Look at his fucking nose.
Oh, it's a hard pass. Like really hard pass.
And he's just sort of like he sinks slightly. As like, I guess it's just a sapphire then.
Yeah. Just like
how good a copy do you? Who we're trying to fool?
Yeah, tell them.
It needs to be a good copy. It needs to be a pretty good copy.
Righto, going to cost you then.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh, really? Okay. Yes.
1001. No. No. All right. Check back tomorrow.
Mhm.
I'll have something for you.
Well, I need it before tomorrow. This is like we need it good, we need it fast, we need it now.
I'm going to do the same bit, but I'm like, you got to pick two.
Yeah,
The holy trinity of project management.
I didn't say cheap.
Oh, got him. Checkmate.
Yeah, need it good, we need it now. You already said it wasn't going to be cheap, so like, don't fuck me over with that.
All right. Give me a couple of hours then.
Yeah, all right. And just because we're old friends, I'll introduce you to this nice dwarf lady that I met. She's right up your alley. I know you're into dwarfs. Don't be like that.
Are you pulling someone just from your brain, or is this someone I've introduced and I've completely forgotten?
I'm just pulling
Oh,
something.
good. I had a momentary panic. I was like,
Oh no.
who is this person? Why do I have to remember a name? Fuck. Right. 2 hours back here.
Yeah, right.
Oh, good. We get to come back so quickly.
We got 2 hours. What do you want to do?
And he sort of gets up and is just like, "Go on, Lunk."
Lunk. It's appropriate. It's nice.
He sort of
nice to meet you.
he wanders off and is like the heavy stomping of this thing behind it. It's that whole image. It's a trope, but it's fun. What are you guys doing?
Do you want to wait here?
I mean, we are supposed to be look. We are supposed to be tracking down escaped prisoners.
Anyone seen any prisoners? We tried, and I walk out.
You
announcing
yell
this
that
in
out.
this district?
Roll me insight.
No.
Maybe.
6.
You have the attention of the room.
And I walk out. I said,
Okay.
we tried.
You're like the worst at this. You used to be better at this.
Only for things I care about.
So nothing.
It's not true. I like stealing and murdering things.
I guess I'll follow Hana outside and just wait around. See what happens.
Go do a little bit of shopping.
This is we're dealing with the prison break. I'm just gonna go to the shops.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get myself a sausage
You got
roll.
a day in town.
Yeah.
Get a sausage roll, chalky milk.
Well, actually, while I am, I actually do have something I want to do. But while I am going around, just looking at items, I'm going to pick up just a couple of nice dresses and stuff to,
Oh.
costumes essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Just different shapes, sizes, all that type of stuff, so I can kind of give me a dollar figure. I'm also going to stop by a flower shop, buy some roses and other things and stuff like that as well.
Okay.
It just speaks to me now. Because you like go buy this stuff, like, oh, you buy some costumes, and go, that's a very pretty flower. Buy it. Like, Australian woman's going, what's happening?
Okay, so you're picking around. If you,
And while I'm doing that, I'm also like marking on, like in like thieves' cards, like I guess with a bit of chalk or scratch marks like that to just leave leave a message to Hannah. I'll just basically signal to the people that are kind of just like, smiling. Oh yeah, just like the watch is looking out for you. Watch is looking for you. Stay low and just kind of.
Okay, this is something you're putting out specifically for your sister?
Yeah.
Okay.
Leland, like while you're doing that, not paying attention to that, but it's just like, how much gold have you got? I'm not sure how badly that dickhead Knack is going to try and screw me over. I may need to just borrow like just a little bit of cash just to sort that out. or like I'm open to other suggestions.
Just have him invoice
You
the
know,
temple.
like as a like you know, we're all on the same team here. It's all good.
I'm happy to lend you
Yeah,
some money.
of course. Yeah.
You will owe it back to me with some interest.
We haven't actually gone through how much treasure we got back from the last thing. We
No,
never
that
actually
hasn't
divvied all
been
that
split
up. Yeah. It
Where
isn't-
is that even recorded? I got a character. Like, where's that even recorded? Like, I've
James was writing stuff down.
Well, he's got a
I
cash
know.
box. You got the cash box from the bar.
Oh
which
yeah.
never got counted.
Yeah. Is it locked?
No, this is a.
You just haven't opened it.
Hold on a second. I just remembered something. I'll just peek into that cash box. Actually, hold on. I'll take
Is
the
that
cash.
also in
Are
your
we
codpiece?
in like a public spot, or are we?
Yeah.
spread the markets.
Yeah, screw it. I'll just open the box.
Okay, so you open up this. It's basically like an old biscuit tin, just with a hinge on it. There's just like clink, opens up, and you've got.
It's not like a spinning blade that comes whizzing out as I open it up. Ah.
collapse.
Oh well.
Okay. Inside that, you find 550 in coins.
Damn. All right. Never mind.
Which type of coin?
The denomination that
Coppers. Coppers.
You got $5.50.
they're all made of wood. No.
Gold.
Okay,
Which
I
Leland's
don't-
about to divvy up between the three of us.
You're not even there.
You're somewhere in the ley lines. As far as it goes to the other two,
Yeah.
you guys,
Yeah.
you've got cash akimbo as well. I think it would be about 300 each as well, just in stuff that you managed to pilfer.
Ooh, not bad. Yes, indeed.
Oh, this is what I get for not pilfering dead bodies.
So yeah, you're knocking around doing the whole thieves' cant thing. You
I'm like interrupting you halfway through, going, "Can I hold on a second? Never mind."
actually like open it up. It's got like the gold glow coming from it. It's like, are we good? Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. That's beautiful. That is.
Well, I'm glad I could help.
No, keep it up. That's weird.
That was weird. So just basically buying a whole suite of clothing for various types of costumes and outfits to be used as disguises.
You'd be looking at about 50 gold's worth, all said and done.
Done.
This is not like the highest, quality stuff, but it looks good.
But then I'll buy a heckin' lot of plants, flowers, like cages to store like animals and stuff and things in.
In that case, probably about another 50 as well.
Yep,
worth
about-
that as well.
And also, obviously, I can't carry that sort of stuff, so please deliver this to Heimdall's watch.
Okay, I thought you were going to have you're basically ordering 50 pizzas for one
No.
house.
I just want to redecorate my room.
Okay, right. And these are potted plants or cut flowers?
Pot plants like
Yeah.
actual
Yep.
roses and
Yep.
nice pretty flowers and stuff like
Stuff.
that, and some
I am so intrigued.
creeper
I've
things.
always had like
and-
this whole black motif going on.
I have
Now it's black
But,
and green.
learned to appreciate a little bit of nature and the power that it gives me. So I want to have that close nearby.
Okay, I am so scared right now.
When Hana does like innocuous things, it's like, what the fuck is that?
It's okay. The cages are for
While
the
I've
gnomes she
got some
tells
nice
secrets to.
flowers and plants and stuff like that, I have said I'm also buying like a bunch of animal cages.
Yeah, I did catch that part.
Excellent.
She needs to tell someone her secrets.
You're getting a whole bunch of stuff delivered to the Temple of Heimdall, which is in utter chaos and ruin right now.
I say, please deliver tomorrow.
Maybe,
I'll pay for express
maybe
shipping.
the next day. This will be one of the first times you've heard of someone wanting a very slow delivery.
No rush, but I expect it by.
Okay. What's your plan for the next? What did I say? Couple hours?
2 hours. 2 hours.
And while we're doing that as well, I'll keep an eye out in case there's been any marking, something like that.
Yeah, go for it. That'll be investigation on that one.
That was better than the 4 I rolled last time.
You're looking for markings from.
Guess anything from my sister, but from anyone from the people that have escaped in general. Like if people are talking about where they're going and stuff like that, just might be need a place to hide, go here, that sort of stuff. So I got an 18.
18. All right. You're sort of going around because the markets is a common place for these sorts of markings because even the smallest little
Hide in
little
plain
thing,
sight, and
it's easily lost
busy,
amongst all
you
the
can-
bits and pieces that are going on in a market. Not so much in the way of you don't catch much in the way of markings, but you do hear sort of like snippets of people's conversations. There are people talking about the jailbreak. It is known about. This is because there's been alarms. There was a quite audible fight. There's been smoke spotted rising from the church. Like people are talking about it. Some people are sort of buying supplies in case the city goes into lockdown.
There are also those giant statues flying over the city, smacking people down.
There's that as well. Like there's talk of the incidents over in Odin's as well.
I'll connect
So
those
two
two
temples.
with my colleague for no real reason.
But yeah, you're just getting whispers of like there's some weird shit going on in the city just today. But even then, like the city's been sort of odd for a little bit as well. Like there's just been a lot more. People are noticing more sort of violence and crime and everything around the streets.
You weren't even here.
It's nice to know, though.
Like you get a very nervous vibe from just the chatter around the markets, and yeah, like I was saying, some people are stocking up on essentials in case the city goes into lockdown.
Cool.
But yeah, nothing directly from your sister.
It's okay. I talked to like 3 days ago.
Thereabouts.
There we go.
Leland?
I don't know, man. He's like sitting around going, got a deal going on. Probably shouldn't get drunk. No, that's
But you should probably have lunch.
Leland doesn't eat as much as he should.
Mostly liquid diet.
Liquid lunch.
Is there like a quiet spot, like sort of near where we are? I think Leland
sort
would
of
like just take some time and just like idly flick through the book. Just,
Yeah, you can find a
I think that's what he does in his downtime almost all the time because he's like obsessed with it. So, yep.
Yeah, sure can do that and start flicking through.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a perception
Oh, good. That's one of my things.
with disadvantage.
Oh. 15? 17? 15? 16.
Okay, so you're sitting down there. You basically found a couple of crates in one of the little alleys coming off the side of the markets, and you're sort of sitting down on one. You got your feet up on the other, and your back's against the sort of the stone wall.
Do I notice him walk away and do this?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say so. You are taking stock of the markets. You sort of notice a lot of things.
Just also know that he tends to,
Go off and
Do
where he goes,
Crazy go
chaos
weird.
follows, then I have to follow that and kill the chaos.
I'm not going to try and argue that. So what do I see with my perception roll?
okay. You got your nose in your book, and you're studying away. And just in your peripheral vision, and onto your right hand side, you should see this sort of movement at the end of this alleyway, just amongst the shadows.
Did it pique my curiosity?
Oh yeah. Otherwise, I would not be mentioning it.
Well, I do have the dark vision. I'll snap the book closed.
Yep.
And I'm going to go investigate.
Just gotta bring something up here.
Chaos ensues.
What could possibly go wrong?
Remember, if you're in trouble, use the code word.
Ah! Oh God, my blood!
Why do you need all of it?
What's going on, Ryan?
Just loading up what I had in mind.
Uh-oh.
Character stats,
So
the hit modifiers.
there's just a bunch of information I need that happens to be on a website.
It's this old human pirate with a walking stick.
Yeah.
Definitely not Odin.
Okay.
Speaking of Loot Crate,
Oh, if only we had sponsors. Okay, you basically start to sort of. How do you proceed down the sneaking, running,
Sneaking.
sneaking?
Sneaking.
You're sort of pacing your way down.
Want a
looking-
stealth check?
Yes, please.
15.
15.
So it's like a natural one, like sneaking. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get you.
I'm not terrible at everything.
Okay, you sneak down this this hallway, this alleyway, and on the far end, sort of amongst sort of some of like the refuse piles along there, you see this sort of shuffling, sort of mound of humanoid. I guess would be the one way of describing it.
Humanoids don't normally come in mounds.
well, when there's several of them and they're dead.
He's correct.
It's got sort of like these rags sort of draped over its form, and it's got this sort of haggard look, not haggard, sort of jagged, sort of growths coming off its back, and then it sort of got its back to you, and it's just like with these long nails, it's like scratching the shape of like a candle flame into the wall. So that stops and takes like a step back and looks at its work and is like, yes, and then just like waves a hand across its face, and it like turns into like this cloud of like mist or fog, and just like drifts up out of the alleyway.
What the fuck, Ryan? So the mound figure is gone?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go over there and did it leave anything? Did it Obi-Wan out of a cloak or something, or is it just gone?
It's gone. It turned itself into mist, fog, cloud, and drifted away.
That's weird. I'm gonna check out the thing it scrawled on the wall. Maybe with Arcana. Is it an Arcana type of check? Or an investigation
Definitely
type?
can be an Arcana check.
I will guidance myself, and I will do an Arcana check on that thing. 18.
18. Okay, you're looking at this, and it is, well, on close inspection, you know this symbol. You've seen this before. It's very similar to the pendants from the guys in the very, very early game. It was part of that stamp that it was the ransom letter was presented to the colonel on the wax seal. This is the symbol that you see involving the group that's uses the blue candles. Magic wise, you're looking at this and it's like there's some residual magic on this. There is a spell implanted into this marking.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get? Arcana doesn't give you this detect magic. It gives you the.
I mean, if I'm investigating, I can also
magic.
detect magic as well.
Okay. Yep.
Sorry, if it seems magical, I'll fire up some detect magic. I was
beginning to cross the streams of you and why you.
Detect gives you the school, I think.
You see the aura, and you can tell the school. Yeah.
Yep.
I can do that at will, and I'm trying not to just be like, of course I've always got that on. But yeah.
Yeah, I just had a brain fart on whether that was you or YU that does the detect magic stuff. And it turns out it's both of you.
He's got a type.
You get. I forget the magic source. I believe it's abjuration, but I'll just double check.
Abjuration.
I don't know what that is.
If it's that thing, it's abjuration.
Which thing? You've got a list of 6. It's conjuration. Sorry, I was only thinking. Okay.
Oh, so it's not that one.
Nope.
Oh.
So you show me a list of 8 spells, and you're just like, "Is this one?" It's like,
It's the
and they're all like different schools of
could only
magic.
be one thing on that list.
Yeah, you're getting abjuration magic off it.
I thought you said it was conjuration.
Conjurations.
Yeah.
It's all good. But I don't know what
Sorry.
it's
Long
doing.
day.
But I don't know what it's doing.
No.
Touch it.
With your sort of detect magic eyes, you sort of just see like the whole thing sort of glows a little bit more like a rune.
Okay. I'm going to pull out Roderick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to shoot the spot on the wall to break the wall.
Okay.
I'm going to break the wall. I'm going to break this rune.
Okay.
Gonna break the fourth wall?
Yeah, well, like I haven't been counting, so I'm not sure which wall this is. Could be the fourth one.
I think this is the first wall.
I haven't really broken any walls. But yeah, like I'm like, so whoever did this, put that there. I'm gonna make it not be there.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, whoever's wall this is.
Just roll with the
Official Heimdall business.
Just roll with the damage on it, because I think to hit a wall is not going to be very hard
Yeah.
when you're at point blank range, essentially.
9. 20. 29.
29. So there's two bolts of Eldritch Blast into it. Okay.
Does that make some noise?
I imagine so.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the noise of having all the life sucked out of a room. Much like that.
Nice.
Yeah, so you put these two shots, like one sort of hits either side of this rune, leaving like because it's force damage as well, isn't it? Yeah. Like leaving this nice sort of like blast cavities. Why am I struggling so much with words today?
Because words are hard.
And yeah, there's sort of the fragments of this rune sort of fall out from the wall and like hit the ground and just like shatter, and I think with your detect magic, because it lasts for like 10 minutes anyway, you sort of just see like the spell sort of like break and fade.
Wipes hands. That's not going to give us any more trouble.
Assuming
And by this point, you probably could have
heard that people are running, going, "Oh, something's happening."
It's not a gunshot.
It's
two
still
impacts into a stone wall would make some noise. And maybe not running and screaming, but definitely
What the?
there's some attention being paid to where that noise is coming from. People are jumpy, but not running and screaming at this point.
Okay. I will saunter over because we're like do. That's where you went. Do. There's the sound of a building collapsing.
It's not a whole building collapsing.
A couple of decent blasts into the side of the wall, but the whole wall.
Sorry to try to paint a word picture. I apologise. After I hear War take 29 points of damage, I will walk there.
At what speed are you walking there?
I will walk there at roughly 4.3 kilometers an hour with a
which is
stern.
roughly 3 miles an hour.
Hi, Hannah. How you doing? There's like a weird magic rune of like one of them candle things on the wall here, so I busted it up because fuck those guys.
Yes, I heard after you took an attack action that something had occurred over here. Knock.
Get no respect.
I'll hurry across over there, see people looking at that, look down the alleyway. I'm assuming I see Leland.
Yeah, and eventually, like, 2 little smoking craters in the side of the wall. Craters was the word I was looking for before.
It's a good word.
And I will stand in front of the alleyway. I'll flash the guard's watch and say, "Official business. Nothing to be concerned about, citizens. On your way."
And you see here a couple of people like, "Ooh, it's one of the watchmen here already." Watch officers. I'm trying to not make it gender centric. I struggle on that one because watchmen just sort of like.
Just say
rolls off the
police
tongue.
fighter. Well, you got firefighter, so police fighter.
Or just watch, one of the watch.
Or male fighter.
It's the watch. It's one of the
Or
watch.
hey, you drow.
Hey, it's the popo.
And I'll...
Yeah, a couple of people are sort of like audibly relieved that the constabulary is here.
Oh, those poor people.
Yeah, shit's bad.
Now you've gone from having like a sort of a panicked group of people wondering what was going on to the looky-loos that are always sort of trying to see the train wreck that's happening behind the police tape. So you've got a bunch of people sort of trying to rubberneck their way into the into looking into this alleyway while you two discuss what's going on.
Although, if they try to do that, I'll go up to them and say, "I said on your way," and I'll start pulling out.
Roll your intimidate.
That's not good.
I'm going to throw it out there. Probably won't need much. These are just civilians.
Still not
Roll
good.
one.
I almost did. It's still not flash hot. That's a 3.
That's including your bonus. Oh, boy.
Correct. Oh no. No, intimidation's +2, so that's a 4.
When your bonus is it doubles your original.
Yes,
result.
I hyper specialize in a few key things. Everything else, not so good.
Okay, you see like one or two people sort of just take a couple of steps back, but otherwise everyone else is like not hurting anything. I'm just going to hang around here.
I actually was going to do something, but I don't think I can because I don't think I've had a rest. It doesn't say I've used it, but I thought I did. I can't remember if I used darkness.
Considering that you usually just like do it as a punctuation for a joke.
No, you haven't.
I don't believe you have.
Oh. No, I think I have. I think when I was doing the... I don't think I've had a rest between that when I was doing the
Little trials.
the trial thing. I did it, then I turned
did
into a
do
bug.
it.
Yeah, so
You
I
did
think
do
I
it.
have.
Yep.
I think I have done it, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
That bit that got lost in the recording. The recording failed.
Unfortunately.
I'm sad about that.
Well, is there like... I'll look back. Is there like a way to kind of escape and do things? Like alleyway that keeps going to like another street like that?
This is basically one of those little dead end alleys. So the way in is where into the market. And down the back here is basically
Okay.
there's a couple of doorways sort of set in there that open up into this alley. But other than that, no, there's not like another street on the other side.
Well, if you're done causing property damage and attracting attention, do you want to go?
How long has it been?
With the time in there, you're probably about an hour and a half. You're probably got about another half an hour before you're due to meet him back at the bar.
I think I'm good to head back to the bar, meet my business associate, just to knock that on the head, you know.
Oh,
We
good.
should probably keep an eye out for more candle symbols paying around because that was doing some magic stuff,
This
and
is
I don't
Absolutely a conversation we should be having in front of all these people.
fuck these people. It's very dangerous magic that is like infecting the city. Run, flee, get out of here. Tell your friends. See, they're fine. Don't worry about it.
God. Yeah, they're not. Because you just hear like these. You just hear the raising whispers, it's like, of everyone sort of like just like chatting up, they're like panically chatting
It's only
amongst
the
each
watch
other.
telling them to do this.
And, so, and you just hear them just like, dangerous magic and you're basically
Leland will take a beat and then, like, bow deeply. Yes, it's all a play. It's all a stage performance. I hope you enjoyed my one-man show. Thank you.
That's one way to disperse a crowd.
Do you want a performance roll?
Please.
Oh, guidance that. Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh.
It's like a 25.
They hang around for the next act.
It's like blowing kisses. You're like, no, you're too kind. This is not coins do better than applause. Thank you.
This is not the one I was expecting to see a good roll on.
They never are.
From the crowd, you hear a couple of people as a couple of little claps come in, and then a lot of sort of like confused chatter now. Some people are trying to work out whether it's actually a play in a back alley in the. This is off Broadway.
For my next piece, I shall recite the third opera from Heimdall's
No, you won't.
masterpiece.
You're drunk, Rummy. Let's go.
And then
you hear
and then he starts like an off-key like tenor like.
And as he's doing that, I'll say that and grab him by the scruff and kind of push him along.
You also, while you said that, you see like this one guy sort of turn to his partner and is like, "Do you want to go now? I think we had to do something somewhere else, right?" And those two sort of like peel away, and the crowd are slowly sort of makes their excuses and just like depart. You've got just a couple of stragglers sort of hanging around because this is just a fucking bizarre scene at this point, which was never meant to be this bizarre. I never had intentions for being this weird. Why has it gotten weird?
It's not that weird.
Hi, have you met Leland?
This is not the weirdest thing.
Have you met Leland?
Yeah. You essentially got like one or two people that are sort of just keeping an eye on it, but not.
And like I
it's
said,
not a crowd.
I'll try and I'll say like, it's time to go back, Rummy, and just kind of grab him away. So it looks like, oh, it's just a drunk person, maybe.
Did anybody throw any coins?
I don't believe so. Let's see.
They throw a brick. There's plenty of them now.
Here, Eve half a brick at him.
If he does another act, you get the other half. All right. Yeah, you sort of march Leland out of this area.
I think I was starting to get to them.
Meanwhile,
Thank you.
you step out of the ley line into the Heimdall Church.
Yes, the usual spot.
The usual spot. What did you do with Snore?
He's still back at the monastery.
He's back at the monastery? Okay.
You didn't bring in your cat back.
I said I had to come back. He found a rabbit. I don't know if the rabbit's still alive. But
Pet ownership's not one of your strong points, is it? You
You
lost him
You
3
loved
times.
that cat.
You've been wanting an animal companion for so long, and then you lost it 3 times in a day.
there's a reason I'm not allowed at pet shops anymore.
It's why I can't keep a dog alive.
There's no way you would kill 9 little bunny rabbits. Oh. There's no way you would kill 10 little bunny rabbits.
I love that scares. Okay, you step out and you're greeted with the scene that I described
Yes.
last time round.
This
the
is
church
very
has been
unexpected to me because
wrecked up. You see Rotha is still sort of giving orders. It's a little bit more of it's slightly calmed down from how I described it for these guys last time, but yeah. There's sort of the fire's been the fire and the sort of the records and the evidence area has been sort of brought under control, but yeah, there is still evidence of a pretty decent fight in this area. And yeah, Rotha is injured but still in command. That's what you're at. And
okay.
Let's face it,
I-
opening of a portal in there
Yeah, it's
has
gonna
made
get
people rather jumpy. You are greeted by the sight of
I look around very confused.
You look around very confused, and you what you are seeing is a bunch of the sort of the able-bodied attendants of the area, essentially already drawing their weapons, trying to work. Basically
Work
be
out
ready for whatever
any
this
threats.
attack's going to be.
Yes.
Because shit be crazy, yo.
Yeah.
Word.
Fair.
Word.
I'm very confused.
Okay.
That's nothing.
Rotha-
That's not any new development though for Puppet.
Rotha turns around, and at this point, he's finally got his left arm into a sling because I think it was sort of slung by his side before, but now it's sort of braced up against him, and you can sort of see like blood staining down his left arm in this thing, and yeah, it's like where have you been? I expected you to be here first out of the three of you, and you're well and truly the last. Where have you been for the last day?
Monastery.
Why though?
I had to go there.
Okay,
I reach out and I cast a level 2 cure wounds on Rotha.
Okay. Fair enough.
So he heals
Some.
2d8 plus 3.
At this point, I think the rolls are all that important, unless you want to try and attack him afterwards.
No, not yet.
Okay, roll it. In case he wants
That's
to
an
attack.
8. That's another 8. So 19.
You sang him a little song.
And I touched him in a good spot.
And you sort of see like the sort of the
What happened?
well, he goes through the explanation that there's been a jailbreak. Fills you in that Hannah's back from wherever she was at.
Oh, good.
And her and Leland are off doing something. Leland said he needed something.
No. We'll go. We're out. We said
You said you're going out this basically to do
to find
find
the escapees.
Those are certainly
What-
promises
what
that
a-
were made.
The following orders.
Okay. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
currently out pursuing some of the escapees.
Oh, good. Do you know where they are?
They're currently pursuing the escapees.
Should I go find them?
That would be a good one, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Do you need anything?
hold
Do you
on.
need tea?
I did the tea thing once, and this is going to come back and bite me. He goes, "Hold 1 sec," and he just like taps his Heimdall symbol, and is like, officers. I forgot what you said.
Larkham.
Larkham and Song, check in.
Go for Leland.
I'm
Hi.
sorry.
Is it? Officer Hilltopple is after your location.
He's alive. Thank God he's okay.
That's a question. That's a question for later. What is your location?
Somewhere below the sun. Now. Hatless.
Do you
Repeat.
need help
Hatless.
here?
Leland, could you try to be better than this?
Can I stay here? Do you need help here?
We got here covered.
I'm sort of picturing like we can rendezvous in like half an hour at like a location.
Yeah.
Like somewhere like not
Well,
the
I
place.
do have to travel on foot somewhere.
Yeah,
so-
not the place where like somewhere like a little bit removed from the spot where we're meeting.
Yep.
Knack.
We're currently investigating. I'll look at Leland like raise up some leads.
Following up on leads. It's very technical. I couldn't really get into it right now. It'll all be in my report. It'll be in the report that I file at the end of this.
You hear his voice come back across. And it's like, very well. I'll let Officer Hilltopple know. And then he signs.
How are you doing? We never talk anymore.
We could do this later.
Okay.
Right now we've got dangerous criminals out on the street.
Yeah, but you let us out.
I don't know.
Oh, you mean the other
The
one?
other,
Sorry.
the other ones, yeah.
Got you, sir. Sorry.
That was the sound of Frother regretting everything.
And you just hear Hrotha out.
You're like quiet sobbing, then this transmission
Salute and
ends.
walk off.
So it's always nice talking to you, Hroth guy.
Yeah.
Salute and walk off.
So he's given whatever this neutral
Address
location is.
The point.
Yeah.
Hey, you named what location in the city would you call neutral?
Where are
No,
you
no, no.
luring a poor, sweet, innocent little halfling to?
I'm thinking like a crossroads near where like an intersection near wherever that dodgy place was. I was meeting
yeah.
Knack.
Not
Not that spot, but like just down
About
the
a
street. from
half
there,
hour's
sort of.
walk from the precinct, you know.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
All right. In that case, I'll pan back over to you guys for a sec.
Well, we're going to meet the guy.
Are you going to explain the whole shooting the wall thing, or are we just going to move on?
I told you.
Did you?
I did.
You
You
did
brushed
say-
over it because
so-
you were more concerned about the other thing.
It did mention the rune.
Oh.
Or the
It
magic.
was a candle rune that was doing some magic.
So you just sat down, saw some graffiti, thought you'd investigate it, and then shoot
Somebody disappeared into smoke, which historically has been a bad sign. Wrote that on the wall. So I didn't want to leave it there for it to, I don't know, invoke some evil magics on the city.
No, we don't want that.
No, we don't. Why'd you say it like that?
So, what do you mean?
Well, you said it in like a sarcastically agreeing tone, and we don't want evil magics to infect the city.
And
This is where we live.
I agree. We don't want that.
You're doing it again.
I don't understand. I'll have this back and forth and get to the
Yep.
tavern.
So yeah, you make it in there. Is Knack, was it? Is that the name you went with?
It was the first thing I thought.
He's set himself up at a different table because the one he was at before is taken. But you sort of start wandering in and you just hear him sort of click his fingers just to get your attention as he like waves you over.
I'm sorry. Was your nose broken on the other side of your face last time? Because it looks different. No, that's just me. Okay, look, don't worry about it. What are we? Where are we on the sapphire front?
And he sort of like pulls this cloth from his side and like puts it down on the table, sort of rolls it out, and there's a reasonable facsimile of the sapphire as sort of you presented. It's quite clearly glass, but
is this the kind of because I've got stuff from the Charlatan background. I've got the equipment for making stuff like that. I think it's described as glitter and colored things.
Yep.
Does it look like this might be something that I can jazz up a little bit with my own shit to
make it look a little bit more
magic? Yeah.
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 Yeah, you can get the whole pile of the craft herpes onto this one and go for your life.
That's what I'm thinking.
What? Glitter. It's craft herpes.
That's correct. It is.
It's all through the car now, everywhere. I don't know how.
Nothing gets
Actually, I know
glitter out.
exactly how.
Yeah. You got everything you have is covered in glitter.
That's fine.
I thought
A
you'd be
fun
more
explosion
text
every time I
sparkly.
open the car. Yeah. With a small amount of work, you could probably.
I mean, it's not your best work. It's
You
not.
gave me 2 hours.
Yeah. And in the past, I've been amazed with what you've been able to accomplish in 2 hours, and I know it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. Just
From behind and above Knack, you just hear this sort of low rumble.
Settle, big fella.
He's like, all right. $250.
250. Come on. Yeah. This guy with 250 for this.
Well, do you want it or not?
Did I mention that dwarf lady? She has a twin sister. Yeah. I have both their numbers.
Don't you find the whole twin thing just a little bit weird?
Yeah.
Finally, something we can all agree on.
I wasn't expecting that answer with such enthusiasm. $250. There's no follow up to that. If you're
200,
if you-
and I'll
if-
put in a good word with
my experience with your words is they're not quite worth $50.
He's got your number.
Yeah, no. That's fair. All right, but
Here's the other thing. Here's my counter offer. It'd be $200, and I get $50 worth of entertainment as big fella over here pounds your face to meat.
Oh, I've got the 200 right here. Or is that not an offer we're seriously considering?
I mean, I'm using my face right now, as I'm sure everybody here can clearly admire. Do I get a whoop? Do I get a? No. This town, man, I don't even know anymore. All right, 250, but this is gonna include the standard confidentiality arrangement. You didn't see me, I didn't see you, I didn't see big fella over here.
Of course, that's why would there be anything less?
Yeah,
You
no,
pay-
no,
you-
I'm just
pay
being,
what I ask.
I'm just being clear. Nobody has to wake up without their feet. You know, the usual arrangement.
You take someone's feet one time, and all of a sudden it becomes your thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he's the feet guy.
He's the feet guy.
Oh.
He had a sack one time. It had 5 feet in it.
I thought he'd be taller.
5 feet. That's just weird.
All right, you keep telling me. I like how you kept telling everyone it's 5.
I don't know what. Like, was there a 6th one? Did he lose it? Did he use it up? I don't know.
I got nothing to follow. That. I'm so sorry.
And I turn to the half giant. I'm just like, just keep your boots on, mate. It's just watch this one.
I was just here.
I like this guy. I like him. He's got character.
If everyone in this room, he's certainly the most admirable.
I'll
From
count.
every point in the room.
I'll
I
carefully.
just sort of like hunched over underneath one of the cross beams in the roof.
I'll carefully like just sort of nod to Hana to like keep a watch while I'm getting out the 250.
And I can see he's doing this.
One gold. 2
Eins.
gold.
Vines.
I will keep an eye out.
Yeah, I'll pay him the monies.
The 250.
I'll pay him the 250. It's better to keep dodgy people on the good side rather than mind control them and leave them dead in the river. You know,
That old saying.
that old saying.
It's like
that
my
people
old
say.
mam used to say.
Like me old mam used to say, it's better to pay a dodgy guy in a bar than to mind control him and leave him at the bottom of the river.
She had a lot of interesting things to say, your old ma'am. he sort of grabs the money off you, so like counts it up quickly, and then sort of like drops it back in the money sack, and sort of like hands it off to what do I call him, Lunk.
Yes.
Love your work, Lunk.
Mm.
He's warming up to me.
And he and your friend that I've already forgotten the name of again,
Knack. The
Lunk and
classic
Knack.
duo, Lunk and Knack.
pushes this glass bead over to you. Like, pleasure as always, Leland.
I mean, you don't have to. Again, with the sarcastic tone, everyone's giving me fucking attitude today.
No, they're not.
First you, now Knack.
I wouldn't talk to you over the phone.
Did he always whinge like this?
What is it with this fucking thing today?
I think his mum used to didn't hug him enough or hugged him too much. I never worked out.
Hey,
which.
you don't talk about my mum.
He gets like this every time. He's got to find that button to push, and it gets him going.
Hug? What?
She's not a hugger then.
I never liked you. And then I leave.
The classic Leland says a thing and turns and leaves. All right, heading to actually get the group back together for the first time in 600 fucking sessions. Holy shit!
Actually, no.
Oh god!
While we're
I'm going to the new world.
Back to Londinium.
Oh god, that's
Well,
not
actually-
the new world. What you got?
No, nothing.
before like hooking back up with Poppet, I will just see if I can do a quick little job on jazzing up that sapphire, just to make it sort of right. And I'll sort of like, sort of.
Are you doing it in the cod piece?
No, like I'll pull the actual one out and sort of compare the two and have a look and a sort of appraise. Maybe like wipe the proper eye off and sort of like just compare them for size and color and that sort of thing.
Does the fake one actually look a little bit like the real one? Like
The
in
shape's
shape?
right.
Okay.
The colours off. It's very okay, and the sort of like the clarity of the thing is like you put the two next to each other. There's no comparison. Those things are so.
Can I do like, because I've got like coloured liquids and stuff like that? Would it be able to?
You should probably
like-
see a doctor about that.
Would it be able to like even just temporarily like put a wash over it or something that would make it look about the right colour?
Devlin mud.
More
It fixes everything.
more Devlin mud.
And then dry brush bone.
Bueno.
Like I'm thinking like, okay, if it's not quite right, because obviously this is a rush job, if I can get it so that if like very quickly seeing it, it looks like it might be the right thing. That's what I'm sort of.
Just
You
like
could
stain
do,
the surface.
like I said, if you didn't put the two next to each other,
Yep.
you could probably with a little bit of like, jazzing
Bedazzling.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's what I'm picturing.
yeah.
Just like very quickly. I'm obviously this isn't going to hold up to like actual
scrutiny.
any
Yeah.
scrutiny.
No, this is.
But like just pulling it out quickly and like, oh yeah, no, it's right here. Put it back. Like it's gonna pass muster for like a quick glance.
Sure.
That's what I'm sort of.
No,
picturing.
Leland, this is going to work. Your plan is.
No one knows you ever had this in your possession. It's very fine.
No, this is going to fool your gods. It's guaranteed to work.
It'll probably
Just
it'll probably
saying
it'll
that,
probably
though.
pop it,
In saying that though, whenever it is you're going to do whatever it is you're going to do with this thing, just let me know so I can be roughly 100 feet away.
Oh yeah, no, the standard operating procedure. Yeah,
Good.
like you have my back with that fucker in the bar back there. No, I appreciate
You're
it.
still here, aren't you?
Am I? How would I know?
How do you know he's not just a brain in a jar?
I get one of my daggers and poke him.
Ow.
You're still here.
See, it's just
Or are you in a simulation? I'm not doing this. I decided I'm not doing this.
or is it just a character in a role playing game?
Is this the real life? No, this is just fantasy.
You're caught in a landslide.
No escape from reality.
I'll put the actual Eye of Mimir back in its safe little cozy space.
Your eye socket.
No,
What's it gonna? What's it worth for me not telling Poppet what you've done? I have no investment either way.
fucking tell Papa what you like.
Okay.
You're a liar. You're a liar, and I'm a good liar.
It's true. But all you need is that little bit of doubt.
Yeah, well, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right then.
About half hour's time, you meet up at these crossroads.
If you fuck me on this, I'm not going to help you out with my cool new magic powers.
And Poppet
Okay.
is already there waiting because you guys faffed around for a bit.
And I'm
Yeah.
fast.
And he's fast. Yeah. The three
Puppet,
of you.
thank God you're okay. We got separated in all the chaos. What
You
happened?
do.
What happened to Sigrid?
What did you do?
What happened to poor Sigrid?
What did you do?
What did he do?
Actually, the last thing you saw of
I
Sigrid is
know.
you basically get pummeled and flew the other, basically,
I didn't
the
look
body.
back. I didn't fucking look back.
There were statues attacking us, and Leland ran away, and Sigrun almost died.
Sigrid told us to run away. I was just honoring her wishes. I was honoring the late Sigrun's wishes.
Oh, she's alive.
I was honoring... Wait, okay, well, fuck her then. What do you care? If she's alive, then what is all the fucking hassle about? It's a guilt trip you're laying on me for the alive Sigrun.
Do you still have the eye?
No.
Oh, I told Odin you had the eye.
Well, you lied to your god. That's good. I do have the eye.
Oh, good. He, he said he was watching us.
Yeah, he did just say, he told Odin.
Wait, what? Hold on. Let's wind back a little bit.
You have the eye.
No, the Odin thing. What was the Odin thing?
Oh, I made him tea.
You make everybody tea.
He's one of those Mayfly gods, in the pantheon of gods.
Yeah, he was asking about the eye.
Okay.
Oh, I know how you make the eye work.
I mean, I know how I make the eye work. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I can help you. I pull out my dagger.
I like where this is going. Let's pull up my dagger. What are we doing?
I think everybody should put down the sharp instruments, and we should
But
talk.
then you
talk
can
ab-
scry and then we can return it.
I don't think that situation is the way. Once it's in there, I don't think it's coming back out again.
This is at no
I don't
risk to
know
me,
that.
so I'm willing to give it a try.
I think everybody should before we do anything, everybody should put down the daggers.
Should I just say roll initiative now?
That's more of a
I'm
surprise
gonna-
action.
I'm
Possibly
gonna
have
I'm,
the highest
I'm
initiative.
gonna have to insist.
But Odin. Sorry, I knocked it over.
I'm not having a conversation with people holding daggers.
But you don't need to talk.
Damn, girl, you changed. I like this new puppet.
Then you can scry, then we return the eye to the temple.
Look, I know you're very impressed with your little songs and your magic book, but I know what I'm doing with this magic thing. I don't need you to tell me how to do the scrying. I've got this on lockdown.
Doubt.
Rotho said you were back.
Hana will remember this.
He appears to be correct.
This is the equivalent of the psychic coming into a fucking murder scene where the body's still there and the blood's there. There's a whole bunch of cops around. It's like, something bad happened here. It's like,
There's been a murder.
So did we find any escapees?
Well, I was about to do that, and then all of a sudden people pulling knives on me. So can we all just be fucking cool for 5 seconds?
To be fair, I did conduct an extensive investigation. No luck so far.
Okay.
I need to get somewhere like somewhere private.
okay.
Somewhere I'm gonna sit down and cast a spell for 10 minutes.
Oh, you're going
I'm gonna do the scrying.
Going to do the scrying.
Yeah,
That's easy enough.
yeah. So like find like I don't look to do it on the street corner though.
No,
Can I have
that
my
would be bad.
carpet?
What carpet?
Yeah.
It's like,
What?
I start going for the bag of holding.
As you go for it, there is a rapier by your neck. Excuse me?
Carpet.
I'm gonna do some magic shit, guys. Find like a isolated spot, sit down,
Oh, the
You
magic
should go
flying
look
thing.
at what he's doing.
rummage around for the I am a Mio, and then start hold it.
rummaging around for that round object in your cod piece, and like,
Ah!
ow! That's gonna sting.
I unceremoniously dump your magic flying carpet on the ground. Thunk.
Thank you. I just wanted to say it again. It can go back now.
Your responsibility now. And I follow Leland.
Fucking bitchy poppet is the best poppet.
It's been so long. I really needed this.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down and just hold the I am a Mio in front of me.
Yep.
And start casting.
How big do you think it is? It's like it's bigger than a golf ball, but smaller than a hockey ball.
Okay. So we're sort of doing that motion with it.
Yep.
And I'm going to scry for that sword that we established was stolen from the quartermaster's thing.
Oh, the intricate decorate.
The silver sword that
Yep.
that we saw was taken from the quartermasters.
Ew.
Okay.
Fancy one.
So you're sort of casting away at the spell, and as you go along, this glow starts to emanate from inside the
Sorry, I'll mark off a spell slot.
inside the actual sapphire stone, to the point where it starts to like bathe your face and then sort of wash your face with this glow.
Where do we end up hiding? Where do we go? It was like a dark alleyway, something like that?
Where did we end up going?
I imagine you did just duck off into an alleyway. So
Okay.
so
I
you
was
go-
imagine, like, after I dumped the carpet on the ground, I was going like, this is a good dark spot to go.
Okay. You, your vision sort of like gets filled with this blue glow from the stone in your hand, and then sort of just goes dark for a moment, and then just sort of your vision sort of opens back up again, like you're waking up in the morning and you're sort of first opening your eyes, and it's a new vision. You're feeling a little bit tired. And you're sort of fly on a wall position, looking at this sword that's sort of propped up in a corner in this sort of single room. There's like a couple of shitty little sort of setups of like bed rolls sort of rolled out.
As I'm seeing this, I'm going to be like describing it to these guys around me as well.
Thank you.
There's a couple of people sort of busying themselves over the top of this opened up hatch in the floor, and inside there is just like a small collection of bits and pieces that have been stolen. A couple of the ones you do actually recognize are a couple of other pieces that you've seen from the quarter stalls.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like this sword, that sword, the one that you're actually scrying on, is just sort of propped up against the wall in the corner. And you just hear the two sort of chatting away. It's like, this stuff here, we get this sold. It's got to fund this thing.
Who are the people?
You only see them from the sort of the back profile. One is a sort of a dwarf. Sort of looks sort of roughly middle aged for a dwarf. Looks a bit rugged. You recognize the voice as someone that you, as a group, about a year or so ago, as part of your rookie training, captured as in a bust. It's one of sort of the the local sort of enforcers for
Mhm.
one of the crime groups. He was just a thug that would go around and shake people down for money that was owed. The other one is a slight sort of like elven sort of features, dark skin, looks same sort of skin tone and so forth as Hana. You would say a drow.
Like also like a family resemblance sort of thing. I'm imagining
you're
if
only
I'm
getting, from the
Okay.
back profile. So
That's
you just,
racist. You're being
just-
racist.
well, no, this is what I'm saying. When I'm explaining this out loud, I would probably make a racist joke like that, saying, "Oh, like one of them's a drow, probably like I don't know, like your sister or something."
I don't laugh.
But yeah, similar sort of features. It's got that sort of
Anyway,
that sort of shocking look. The whole sort of it's got a like long sort of silver grey hair that's sort of tied back in a braid. They've got the long pointed ears and sort of that charcoal dark skin.
Does that description? Is that big?
The description he's giving,
Like
being
last
kind of-
time I saw the hair, was it sort of? I mean, there's not that many drow floating around here anyway. That's a safe assumption.
there's not very many drow around. The age bracket he's giving is probably around about the right age, but again, he's giving a description from his very
I'll just give-
prejudice views.
But then how many drows did we have in the hold?
And I'll give no giveaway anyway. Like I'll just go, just still listen with the cold and passivity.
Yeah, the description he gives, it could be her. Maybe. It's vague enough that you don't know.
Oh, that could be any drow. That could be me.
You turn around, there's a sword there. Shit.
That's the end of that.
But yeah, the room is you don't notice any sort of windows or anything that looked like it was a window. Looks like it's been sort of boarded or closed up. This place doesn't look like it's actively lived in. It looks more like some sort of like safe house or some sort of hideout or something. It's equipped to hide a person, but it's not a long stay location.
can I roll an investigation to sort of try and Sherlock Holmes this shit and try and figure out where this safe room is? Sherlock Holmes it, you know?
Okay, yeah, my
Like
pals.
the
I'll go for the
the
Downey Jr.
color of the dirt and you know the
Okay.
There's a wrapper from a local bakery in the corner of the room.
yeah.
Okay.
Is that something that is even reasonable?
Go for investigation.
I can't guidance because I am scrying right now.
That is correct.
13.
13. You try and sort of Sherlock Holmes the situation. The only thing you manage to
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Little like arithmetics coming up along the sides of the thing, and it's like slow motion, like in that Robert Downey Jr. movie.
And like laser lines get drawn between different things.
Yeah, it's like that. It's real cool.
Except you rolled a 13, so no.
Got him.
Why'd you go with the Downey Jr. version rather than the...
Because we can't text in this world.
And that's
There's
also
no point of being the Benedict Cumberbatch.
the better version. Ooh.
That's it. We're done. We're out.
Oh, that's it.
No.
It's podcast cancelled.
Okay. The only thing you pick up is you hear the sound of a bird in the background. What kind of bird? It sounds like some sort of like seabird, like seagull, albatross, that sort of thing.
Would I be able to use, going on my criminal background and I guess knowledge of the criminal elements, would I be able to picture in my head where some safe houses near? Because
How much of a description have you given?
I've been giving them. Okay,
It'll be-
I don't know that there is two angles to be played on this current thing right now.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get like them all the because I'm actively trying to do this next thing because that's what we're doing right
Yep,
now.
that's what you do.
Right now I'm okay. Cards on the table. Right now, I'm proving to Poppet that I am a trustworthy custodian of the priceless magical artifact that we just stole.
Yep.
And I'm using it responsibly and helping out the watch.
Yep. Okay.
And I don't know that right now one of the people I'm describing this to is going to be using that information for nefarious ends. So cards on the table, I'm like putting it all out there.
The description it is giving you, it sounds like it's a hideout location that'll be clearest, that'll be nearer to the docks.
Yep.
That's because you gave the description of the bird sound, so it'll be somewhere down near the docks. The description of a hidden hatch in the room, the boarded windows. A lot of this is lining up with your own hideout that you and Vicky had for years, but it could also be any number of other ones. Like there are hideouts scattered all over the place. It's the whole point of them is there's somewhere you can scamper to quickly if you need to get out of line of sight. So, yeah, his description that he's given could describe yours. It could describe half a dozen other ones that you've dropped into from time to time.
Okay.
But you know of probably a good
I never actually.
within the docks district. You probably know of 5 or 6 spots that you could lay low for a few hours to just get the heat off you.
Yeah, I never really envisioned where mine would be. I kind of imagined more like mid-city type thing, but not rather than docks. But it's like
The docks is always a good spot if you want
Yeah.
to do crime stuff.
it's true. Yeah.
So I'll like get all the information I can wring out of that for like the 10 minutes that it. Well, how long does it actually last for? 10 minutes.
Okay.
Cast for 10 minutes and then you concentrate for 10 minutes. So
Yep, that's probably about the stretch of the 10 minutes.
Cool.
And there the vision fades, and you sort of you come back to, which is sort of seeing the sort of the fading glow within the gem in your hand.
I'll quickly put that away. And then I will, just as a visual aid, I will like minor illusion any like points of interest. Just sort of be like, look like this, look like this. We're doing police work.
So we need to find birds.
What? So which pieces are you sort of you showing the hideout and the layout, or?
Yeah, like I'll like if I can like minor illusion like a little screen of what it looked like sort of thing, or like this is what the trapdoor looked like, this is what the sort of the look of the room sort of was.
Yep.
I only saw the
What about
backs
the- yeah.
the backs of them, so I like minor illusion what I could sort of see of them.
From your
I
guys'
imagine it's like a little grainy version of it. I'm sort of like holding out
I
like
think
a
you sort of bring out. You're showing it like this sort of 3D image, but
like an
if you-
R2D2.
But if anyone sort of tries to sort of look at it from the side that Leland didn't see from, it just becomes like this blurred mass. So like if you look at it from the back, you see it as Leland feels he saw it.
Yep.
If you tried to walk around the other side and look from the other side, you would just see like blur, nothing.
Yeah.
Computer
think-
extrapolate image.
I think this is a neat use of minor illusion.
I think it's very cool.
Quick question.
Yeah.
If Heimdall's watch, when they have, people in the prison and stuff like that, do they capture their image in any way? Do they have someone sketch it? Do they got a visual record of who they are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of that stuff is held in the records room,
I
which was set on fire.
Oh well. There goes that then.
Say lovey. Say it.
No, you're not my real mum.
C'est la vie.
So I'll be like, so I guess we should start looking around the docks?
There's not that many spots in the docks. If we had some visual representation, some scouting for a while, I could possibly identify or narrow down where they might be.
Mhm.
And we can
Well,
be goody little police fighters.
it's good. That's what we should call the TV show, Police Fighters.
Police cops.
Cop force. No, that's not good. That's probably actually already one.
Probably is one, yeah.
That's nothing. That's not anything.
But I don't know what any of the escaped prisoners look like.
I mean, we had
apart from one.
the records that you destroyed. Damn it! Yeah.
No, that was just the logbook.
That was the logbook that had him in the location before, the 2 days before the.
And I didn't destroy it.
Great.
You just dropped it in the thing.
And no one saw it. What are you talking about?
Drop it vaguely near a fire.
So we're just heading to the docks area and sort of casting about for that.
No, we need to.
I'm looking for birds.
Yeah, that's okay.
Shh, pop it. It's okay. Just pick up your carpet and drag it with us.
Meanwhile, obviously, the scrying worked without having to insert it into your eye socket.
See, the scrying work without having to lose one of my pretty eyes.
Actually, if you guys want to go to the docks, I'll meet you there shortly. Splitting the party, splitting the party.
It's been a while.
Splitting the party.
Okay, what you got?
They're just going to actually go to the watch and see if anything's apart from the records of the prisoners that escaped.
Okay. Trying to get some images of.
Yeah.
Okay. God damn it.
I mean, why would you split off to do that?
And we can go.
Well,
to
I
the
was
watch.
going. Well, you can come with me.
I mean, if that's what you're doing and that's all above board, then why wouldn't we all go and do that together?
I don't know. You guys.
I thought you were going to go and do something dodgy,
And you guys.
and
left,
I was like,
You guys left and started like an intergalactic incident almost. So why can't I go off by myself and do something lawful?
Just to really shake up the mold.
okay. Firstly, we didn't go off and start an intergalactic incident. You went off. You're the one that is splitting off the party every time.
You left us.
Yeah.
With good reason.
Yeah.
Well,
Fair.
yeah, but you can't then turn it around and try and blame it on us.
I just did.
Well, you can't.
I
I'm
just
not
did.
letting you.
Well, I just did it.
You can't.
No, I just did.
It will not stand.
You literally can't stop me from doing what I've already done.
Well, and yet here we are.
Touche, I guess.
Checkmate. Bingo. That's all I got.
Oh yeah, I don't know if it's related, but Odin said Craven was still around.
See, I was right.
I forgot.
Yeah, that's...
I
You should
really
trust me now. I know what I'm doing.
I really gave all the information to the wrong person.
I think
I give it to the
in
right
future,
person.
you should just say everything you heard and let us decide what's important.
I like this better.
He said he's watching us.
And what else?
Heimdall as well.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you know it was Odin and not just a crazy person with one eye?
Because he had the other eye of Mimir.
I mean,
That's how I know how you're supposed to use it. We shove it in your eye.
okay, but that's wrong. Because I
Are
just
you calling Odin wrong?
Yeah.
Are you saying Odin?
Have
is
you
wrong?
read my newsletter? It's
You know he's
mostly
watching
centered
this
around
right now.
Why don't you ask for a sign then if he's watching right now?
I don't need to.
that. I think you do.
I don't think I do.
I think you do.
I fly off on my
I want a
carpet.
sign. If you're watching this right now, just like some kind of cool sign or something. See nothing.
I fly off on my carpet.
Roll perception.
All of us, or?
Whoever happens to be looking around for Leland's Sign of Odin.
I got a 12.
Sure.
I'm not rolling the goods.
I got some kind of a number. 14.
13.
Okay.
Because it's like a dumb argument. I was...
13.
And you guys are just sort of not too far from where you were scrying to start off with?
Yeah.
Yeah. You sort of, do your whole sort of, give me a sign, like fling your head back in a sort of a sarcastic manner, and just up on sort of
Come
like
on. Would Leland really be sarcastic?
Struck by lightning. Struck by lightning.
Would he?
Would he?
Is it? How?
the up on sort of up on one of the higher rafters of one of the rooftops nearby is just this one raven, and he's just sitting there, just like looking down at the three of you, and sort of just cocks its head, and then just like taps sort of 3 times at the timber, and then just sort of looks back at you guys and sort of tilts head to the left, off to the right, and then just sort of gives off a loud caw and takes off.
Yeah, Odin's watching us.
Probably just a coincidence.
I mean, we're just like now we're counting just birds as divine intervention. That's no. I'm not doing that.
That's okay.
bird sign was a whole thing.
But come on, birds, really? That's what you got? That's what you got, Odin? Just birds? I don't think so.
Back to the temple.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay, you make your way back to
The temple.
the temple. The fires are out.
Oh, good.
You sort of step your way through.
Like what you've done with the place. Oh, much better than last time.
Walking down, like the fires in the barracks that have been cleaned up. There's a few of the attendants that are sort of not like military people. That are sort of pulling out some of the burnt bit like furniture and bits and pieces out of there, and sort of pulling them into the hallway and trying to take them outside. Trying to sort of just like get the smell of fire outside of the inside of the building.
Oh, nothing gets fire out.
Smoke is the worst smell. You keep on going along, and the quartermaster's door is opened, and you can sort of see you can see inside, and the shelves are somewhat ransacked, and you see Brant just moving backwards and forth.
Oh, I've got to see him at some point.
Just appraising the missing goods. As you two head further forward, you hear sort of like a heavy sort of tap on the ground, and there's just like, and Brant sort of just looks at you and just like gives you a bit of a nod,
I nod back.
and then you move on.
I want to see you about my reward for that thing we did before.
Of course, officer.
Good. Just get the machine. I'll be there soon.
I can't guarantee there'd be good rewards here at the moment.
This place sucks.
I didn't even get a reward for the last thing. How bullshit is that?
Well, it might have something to do with...
With what?
Oh, an accidental drowning.
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're playing this game still. You're right. I don't know what I mean.
You don't know shit about the drowning.
Oh no, I think I put that together.
I don't see how.
Okay.
Well, someone died and you weren't there, so...
And there was
No.
also an assassin on the boat who was killing other people.
I
Who
believe
we
it's-
killed.
I believe it was 'cause I saw you do.
Come
the
on!
Thing. I believe I saw you do what you. I seen you
didn't.
before.
I also
in the fight, yeah.
I also love the connection of like someone died and you weren't there, so you're obviously the killer.
That's how people blame me. I think it's only fair.
This is
A whole prison break when you weren't there.
This is just police work at its best. This person was definitely not there. They're the killer.
Yeah.
You guys are genius.
Didn't say we're police officers.
Okay, heading further on through, you get into the main hall, and off to the left is the sort of smouldering section. Well, there, see the fire's out, but yeah, the burnt out records room.
Yep. I will try and find some air quote photos of the people that were in the jail cell before the jailbreak.
Okay, so you've been in there before. You've taken like essentially evidence files and so forth. Everything that you guys have put together ends up in there. So you know that like any images of that are taken, which are just they are drawings because there's no photos. They are stored with the files on them, on the person they're involved with, and then sorted alphabetically. So if you know who you're after, you could probably get down to the shelf and see if the files were still intact.
So the prisoner manifest.
Who are you chasing?
I would assume I looked at the book and would have picked a name. I was just a random person on the top row.
Remember the people that it was
I can't
You got
remember.
a bunch of thugs. You had I
Song,
think,
Vicky Song.
Because there's the...
just in case you want to remember what she looks like.
There was that blatantly obvious, like, big one.
Yep.
The ogre. Was it an ogre?
There was an ogre.
I think I'll just try and unpick.
There's also an Etten and a hag or a witch.
They're pretty obvious. I guess I go for one like the standards all around the mill humans, ones that really can't go around without being noticed too easily.
I mean, one of the guys that I saw in the scrying was a dwarf.
Oh, was it a dwarf?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well,
Oh, well, okay, you said we already knew that guy.
You guys,
so
you guys actually, copied
Recognize
Okay,
that
that's one more
voice.
thing. Just I just go for one more random human thing. Just basically like open the field of people we can recognise. Just makes it easier staking out and identifying people.
Okay.
We're thinking like you're thinking like making wanted posters of the escapees.
Well, just so we know, because we know there's the blatantly obvious ones, which we should be able to pick out. But if they're smart,
Yeah.
so we assume the best that they are smart. They might
Well-
not be, but that they will stay relatively hidden because they say, "Oh, an Etten escaped and a hag escaped." Like, oh, there they are, got them. But I'd imagine like the dwarf might be pretty good like that, be able to walk around like normally, and then like a normal human person might be able to walk around pretty normally as well. So just trying to find like stake around the docks to see if we can identify some of those people.
Okay.
It seems like finding an Etten in the city shouldn't be that hard. They're big, right?
Yeah.
And the giant or the ogre.
But we also don't know if the Etten's there. You still a dwarf and a...
Oh yeah, no, I'm just thinking like aside from that lead, like
And they may have been smart. If they were smart, they would have dumped the people that would give them away. Like, like you go over that way, we're going this way. Goodbye.
Okay. You basically pick your brain on on some of the names you saw in the. Oh no, you didn't see the actual manifest. So you had the.
I did.
You wrote. Oh, so
So okay, knowing off the manifest and like recognizing that voice, sort of going, okay, that's that dwarf that I saw in the scrying. Can we go through the records and find his record and maybe find like a drawing of it?
Yep. You
And like that's a normal human person as well.
you sort of rack your brain and you remember this guy was like name's like Veric or something to that effect.
Get Poppet to check his notes.
Papa would probably remember it because he would have been made to do all the paperwork.
Oh,
they
yeah.
wouldn't have.
That's true.
Yeah.
100% correct.
You make your way towards the sort of the back end of the shelving, and there's just a file rack there. Cut a few scorched ends on it, but this file is intact. Pull it out, and yeah, this is the file. You can recognize Poppet's handwriting pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It's fairly neat. As the monastery was
From
one of
many-
the places that was
many
known
notes.
for book replication. So yeah, handwriting is one of the skills.
I have a lot of experience at writing.
And yeah, there's the pencil sketch or charcoal sketch of the dwarf.
How tall is this dwarf?
4'6", I think it was his notation was.
Okay. I can disguise myself as somebody 1 foot shorter, so I'd just be a little bit tall.
No one will notice.
I'd just be like
And the back of
The
him,
world's
perfectly
tallest
formed, the
dwarf.
front of him will be a charcoal sketch.
well, like I'm sort of picturing like remembering what he looks like
Yeah.
from back then, and sort of
Like, oh god, what happened to you? What are you talking about? Wipes face. Oh god, it's
Oh,
charcoal.
I'm in the music video from Take On Me.
Take on me.
Oh shit.
I'll be... No, it's
Okay,
not.
Yep.
Sorry. Just like have that like I'm sort of picturing like being able to like minor illusion that like that drawing again if
Yep.
need be's, and like just sort of trying to commit it to memory to like
Have you
get
seen this
a
person?
disguised self again.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And yeah,
Just to be
picking through there,
ready.
you picking through Poppet's notes. You also note like some of the names of like the associates that were brought in with this guy, and which basically spreads the net again.
Yep.
The two other names that were written down there. One of them you get to the file, and the file is just beyond recognition. It is done. The other one gives you the records of just a human female by the name of
Margaret.
Sally Salisbury.
Sharon the Shazza.
Oh,
I was gonna go with Sharon when
Karen
you
from
first said it, but as
Finance.
soon as you said, I think I've done the Karen from Finance joke at one point somewhere already.
Sharon.
Chloe.
Sharon. It's a fantasy version of Sharon.
Sure. I was so in until you said Shazza, and I'm like, nah,
They just
can't.
emotionally just I'm out.
No.
I'm out of everything.
Okay, but yeah.
I will
And
grab
you
that
managed to
picture
get-
out of the file
Yep.
and
And
I'll
yeah.
just drop the file.
So
Someone
the
else will sort it out.
Sharon is does it say that she was also locked up, or
She was one of the other.
she was one of the other
Yep.
escapees? Okay.
I said there were several thugs.
Yep. No, what I'm sort of picturing, because this is like actual fucking police work.
Yep.
You'd go through.
I'm scared.
Yeah, right. You'd go through and you'd find like the associates of them who aren't locked up, and
Mhm.
try and you'd shake down the people who are out in the world that they're known to associate with.
True. You don't get like sort of known people that are out and about, but you do have notes on where these guys were based.
Is it
And-
the docks?
It's not. No, it's these guys were based around the market area. That most of their deal was shaking down vendors for essentially protection money. They were known to be working for sort of middling crime groups. They weren't right up there, but it wasn't. Yeah, they weren't just pickpocketing orphans or anything like that. They're shaking people down for protection money. They were known to basically, rough up the local merchants and make sure they're paid up.
I could try and scry on this chart wrong.
How many times can you do that before you run out of slots? Oh, one more?
One more.
Because that's the way warlocks work. You can do that.
Please.
This one would be they'd actually have a save against it though, because it's a person.
Oh,
not a
okay.
thing. All right, I'll try and do that. Like this Sharon associate, I will try and scry on her.
Mm-hmm.
So it is. I've never met the target, so I've heard of the target. They have a +5 to their modifier, but then I have a likeness or picture. Do I have a picture?
Yeah.
So they have a -2.
A likeness,
So that
yeah.
ends up being a 16 wisdom save.
Oh, she fails.
Yeah, cool. So I'm scrying on.
Now, if I pass, does it happen but I'm aware of it, or it just doesn't work?
I think it.
No, it doesn't.
I think you're aware of it, but it doesn't work. But they were aware of it. There was an attempt or something
No.
happened.
On a successful save, the target isn't affected, and you can't use a spell against them for 24 hours.
Okay.
So they don't know.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
But on a failed save, creates an invisible sensor within 10 feet of the target. You can see and hear through the sensor as if you were there. Sensor moves with the target remaining within 10 feet of it for the duration. A creature that can see invisible objects sees the sensor as a luminous orb.
Right.
I figure, since this is actually against a person, there's more like a moving about aspect to it.
Yep.
Like if it's like a locked in place on an object or a location sort of thing, but this might
Okay,
be.
so I've got like a whole third person over the shoulder sort of camera angle thing going on this.
Mhm.
You
And I'm describing it again for y'all's benefit.
Thank you.
your vision comes in sort of over the top of Sharon's shoulder, and she is just pacing backwards and forwards in this sort of larger room than the hideout that you were dealing with before.
Is she hot?
You've got a charcoal drawing.
Yeah, I'd say just
I'm making sure I'm including that in the description.
she looks tough. Yeah, you'd say.
Yeah,
you'd say
or-
attractive.
Yeah, right.
Focus.
Yeah, but she's like she's pacing backwards and forwards. In one corner of this room is a sort of leaning up against the two parts of the wall. And still almost got their head against the roof, even though they're sitting. Is the Etten. And they're just sort of sitting there, and the two heads just sort of like turn to each other and just like chatting away, basically just having just general conversation between each other.
It's Etten language.
And one of them apparently was Swedish chef. You see sort of Sharon just sort of like stop and sort of look at this guy. You can see like that she's facing at the end and sort of just like watching him talk to himself, and just like shake her head, and just like sigh under her breath, and just like pacing backwards and forwards. It's like she's looking nervous as fuck. At one point, you see this sort of flash of light come on the side wall, and this sort of stooped over, sort of like quite a malformed back on this creature. Is sort of longer arms with like sort of longer fingers with like almost clawed nails at the end. Got quite a sort of old, wrinkled, sort of rolled over face, and like a mouth with only probably about maybe half a dozen teeth tops left in it. Just sort of bluey grey skin going on. It's just like,
Is that similar to the creature I saw painting the graffiti
similar
earlier?
sort of shape. And she's sort of addressing towards Sharon. She's like, "Don't worry, dearie. We'll have more friends soon."
That's the hag, right? Is that... Yep, cool. Like this is a bigger area, right?
Yeah, we're talking more. It would look more like some sort of like meeting hall or storage space or something along those lines. There's not much in there currently, but
Is this? I imagine this is somewhat more recognizable than the last thing I scryed on.
it would be
I'll try the investigation just to sort of Sherlock Holmes is again. I'm just going to use that as a verb going
Yep.
forward. Ooh, that's a 21.
Ooh.
21.
Yeah, 21.
Okay. Looking at this, any sort of large area storage space like that wouldn't be vacant in the inner city. That is a big space that would be being used by something. It's more likely to be something like some of the old grain stores or storerooms like towards the outskirts of town, even something almost outside of the walls or rural or semi-rural. But yeah, we're not looking like in the guts of the city because this sort of space, it would be used for something.
Okay. I'm relaying all this as it's happening, and then whenever the thing cuts out, then it cuts out. Yeah. Stuff.
So we have two options. Do we go to the docks, try and find them, or do we hit this spot first?
What do you think? What do you think we should do?
I think hitting this spot sounds better.
They said they had friends coming as well, so quicker would be better.
Yeah. And I imagine trying to lock down the Etten and the hag is probably a higher priority than a dwarf and a drow. I mean, what can a drow do, really? No offense, but some offense.
A lot of offense.
Well, just all the offense,
Yeah, we're not on a boat this time, so.
Oh yeah, that time we killed that drow.
But that was on a boat.
That wasn't
This
a
is
boat.
different.
This is a whole
Yeah.
completely different situation.
This is next to the boat.
No, it's fine. You'll wake up tomorrow with all your digits still. It's fine. So let's go.
Did I tell you about that time I woke up without any feet? Oh my god. That was a dream.
It
Never
was
mind.
right after you pissed off your friend Knack.
The foot guy. The foot guy.
That guy.
Oh, I love that guy.
And a real thing
Oh,
for
wait, no, I
feet.
don't.
No.
Let's go.
So we're looking for a large space.
Yeah.
Grain silo type thing at the...
Well, grain stores. Yeah.
Yeah.
It essentially it looks like a large warehouse space, but that sort of thing would not be. Yeah, like I said, vacant within the middle of the city. That would be used.
One day I'll get a long rest. It's fine.
It's not this day.
Well, like, what time of the day is it now? Because we've been doing this.
We've been doing this for a
All
while
day.
now, so
We've actually crammed a lot into today. We had the whole heist and everything today.
No, that was yesterday because I went overnight to the monastery.
What? I didn't get a long rest between now and then.
None of us have. You've been dealing with the break-in at the temple.
I might have also just fucked with time a little bit.
It's been a long...
It's been a long day.
Getting from there to here.
Wasn't there a whole thing where Hannah said she was just going to have a rest, or
No, he had a short rest.
yeah,
had
a
a short
short
rest.
rest. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, the precinct was in turmoil, so
Which I think was
would
lost.
make
I
sense
think
that
that's part of the
people
lost.
wouldn't have...
Probably, yeah.
Mm.
Is it if it's late in the day? Like it, I don't know whether it's worth. What I'm sort of thinking,
yeah.
if we're trying to find that, maybe if we had some way of flying up above the temple of Heimdall and getting a bird.
Sigrun isn't in town anymore.
I believe you've been dragging around a carpet, though, that may or may not have flying properties.
Yeah,
Or
but...
did you just, like, leave it in the streets?
No, I saw it. I
No,
He took it over to Rugs a Million. So they were like, "Dude, we can't take any more."
We could
Everything
try and
must
get
go.
like an aerial view of the temple, and I can't imagine an Etten would have made it far unnoticed. So like try to get a bird's eye view and see if we can find something that fits that description in range of the temple, sort of thing. Would be
Yes.
like a lead to go on.
Let's do it. Because if
I-
we find... no one's close to dying, are they? Everyone's, like, relatively...
Oh, no, I still have hit points.
I'm out of spells.
But you can still go pew-pew if need be.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
you're
if
locked and
we
loaded then.
have to fight an Etten and Hag though,
You have, like, weapons, right?
no.
I've got spares.
Like what time of day actually is it?
You're heading into evening.
Well, we could have a long rest and then hit them in the early morning, like 2 a.m. type of thing.
I think that's
When
probably
they're not expecting
Night
it.
raid.
a better plan.
Night time is the best time.
Night is good.
Can we take a long rest? Is that a thing?
When
I
we
think
have
you could do that.
Oh, I'll go to the
Under
magic
cover
man
of
that spies
darkness.
on me and gives me items.
Mm-hmm.
Boots. Do you have any magical boots?
Boots.
Boots.
He's sort of looking over his stock. Is like,
Ones that increase my already superior speed.
Historically, he just gives you what he wants.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
unless you actually imbue a pair of mundane boots, that's something you can do with your coin as well.
asking for an
Flip,
enchantment.
flip, take them off. There you
He's like, could you put it back on?
go.
This is the first-
Jar are exceptionally clean. Thank you very much.
This is the first time you're taking the boots off canonically in
And actually,
60
underneath them is another pair of other
60
boots.
years.
Solves the
Maybe
problem
he'll
of
put two enchantments on
everything
there.
being stolen from
It
the
does. It's
quarry.
quite convenient.
Alright, so let's see what I can do with boots.
Some sort of
They're
boots of
They're made for walking.
quickening or
That's just what they'll do.
speeding or
One
go
of the
fastering.
one of these days, those
Boots of air freshening.
boots, they're gonna.
Walk on out of words.
I wonder if there is boots of Nancy Sinatra.
I mean, that'd be
Boots
weird
of
if there.
walking.
That'd be real weird if there was.
It would
Boots
be
of
weird.
walking. These boots made for walking. That's just
I did get the name
standard.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
One of these days, these boots are gonna walk on you.
Why won't this thing work? There we go. What's the actual boots called?
I have no idea. Boots of haste.
That's the one.
Boots of haste, boots of stride and springing.
Boots of haste.
The Vox-Machina thing is boots
speed
of
is the one
haste.
that you might be looking for.
Unless you want more actions as opposed to more speed.
I think boots of haste. I don't know the level of it, but I thought boots of haste gave you the speed and the extra action. But I could be wrong. Like it's an action to engage,
Yeah.
but then after that you get extra speed and an extra action.
Yeah, like doubles your speed. Oh, this
That's
is
what
just going
that's what
from what I've
haste
heard on.
does.
That's what the boost of hasting. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the spell haste does that.
Yeah. Then there's boots that can do like once.
I mean, if you had boots that could cast haste on you, that's crazy. Although it's less. I've been looking at this because in the other game, the wizard has haste. It's less useful on a.
This doesn't have boots of haste, so that might just be a homebrew thing of theirs.
There is boots of speed though.
It's a wondrous item, though. I say though. But that's.
Yeah, we normally get wondrous items.
Man, that also seems fun. Yeah, I mean, that'd be fun. Got to go fast.
I haven't used my new corruption yet.
Oh, soon.
Fuck a hag up with it. Yeah.
You know
And an
I think
Essen?
that would actually work.
Add.
Boots of speed
There we go.
and air freshening.
Speeds it up a little bit.
Also, we'll meet out here by what's the time? Like 5, like 6.
Thereabouts, yeah.
We'll meet at the front at 2.
Oh, thank God.
How tapped out were you?
All?
I'm actually okay for spells, but my key and my inspiration is all.
All gone.
I have 2 keys, so I can cast 1 spell.
Oh boy. And you were sort of
Roderick was tapped out, so.
Roger's tapped out, and you've used your 2. Yeah, so you were basically done as well.
But also, like, I was just like, haven't done like an actual long rest in a while anyway, and there's a point where it's just like he does need sleep. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's a certain point where exhaustion starts kicking in,
Yeah.
and that's a whole bucket of suck. All right.
Also, Leland scried twice today, and he needs to have a lie down.
That's probably a good spot to leave if you want to.
I
'cause
think
that's-
if we want
'cause
to
can
call
spring
it-
off and
call
do a
it
little
there.
night raid.
And I can put together a whole night raid.
Night cops.
Night cops. Night cop fighters.
Yeah,
Under the shadow.
that was a
of
good call.
Wait. Police fighters. Knights.
Special night fighting squad.
This is dumb. This is a dumb game.
Dun dun.
We made a dumb game, guys. It happened.
Well, it's
Oh man.
just playing a game, to be honest. Whoa, I'm sure glad we got out of that one. Well, how will we start next week? Find out when we're back on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, or YouTube, or follow us, at isolatedcitygaming@gmail.com.